Earlier today, I did a video talking about the 7 pounds of pennies I bought off of eBay that's supposed to be unsearched. The person sent some freebies. You know, I never seen the buy error before, but it's in there. Some stamps, a B filled in Liberty. Some common stuff. Maybe you know, maybe a kid would appreciate it more. Someone who's just getting into the hobby and stuff like that. And they also gave a free, there we go, 2010 P. So they gave 50 cents back, 2010 P with, I don't know if that's part of the weight or not of 7 pounds. I did weigh it before and it was like 7 pounds. I don't remember if I had this in with it, but 7 pounds. It came with the 2010 P. I'm assuming that that's not part of the 7 pounds. And there were a bunch of things inside, like a bunch of these 43 steels, which are magnetic, which I didn't realize. And there was a Indian head cent in here. So I'm really curious to see what a handful of this looks like. And let's just go through. What do you say we go through a handful, okay? Just as a test. Now, should there be, errors in a small group like this? There should be something. In the unsearched wheats that I've done in the past, which I know were unsearched because of who I got them from, there were tons and tons and tons of errors. So if there's not like nothing in this, then I'm gonna say that's kind of an issue. So I'm just gonna take out these steels. We'll look at them separately. All right. And let's see. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to think about it. But here, we're gonna look at it. My suspicion is that it is searched. So we're gonna find out. There were a couple like really bright pennies inside the bag also. Which, I don't know. Again, are they planted? I don't know. All right. 48S. That's an odd one. All right, let me see. I have the 48S is nothing burger. All right, let's look at that one a little closer. Where'd it go? Oh no. Did I just move it? Oh, okay. I just want to look at that under the loop. Nah, it's nothing. Let me keep the image up. Okay, let's keep going. I forget exactly how many pennies is 7 pounds of pennies. Huh, that's hilarious. So I I've never seen. Well, at least it's starting off interesting. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna double check this in a second. Let me double check before I say anything. That's yeah, it is. So let me move this over actually, so I don't get. So that's a buy error, and I'm gonna zoom out a bit or all the way. In one of the free envelopes, there's a buy error, and I'd never seen a buy error before. I never found one. So that's the buy error, right? LIBIERTY, right? So it's the BIE error, whatever you want to call it, the buy error, the BIE error, and we just found one. Right? Let's look at it together. Sorry. So that one you could really see the I next to the E. Let me look at it in the loop. You know what? This one is more difficult to tell. It looks like a BIE error. Harder to tell. But just so you know, he did put one in, and this one is much more obvious because you can literally see the I next to the E. So I'm going to put that back in the envelope. This one is hard to tell. I thought it would have been cool if it was like a very distinct. It looks like there's an I on the E. Anyway, I'll put this over to the side as a common error. That's too close. Oh, there was also a really. I mean, if you watched the previous videos, I did. I mean, I looked through a couple of them, and it was a 1909, and with the I'm gonna look at that D, but it was totally destroyed. So to me, it's worthless, and to me, I don't know. Like I thought it was kind of like a plant. I'll look at that under the loop. It's hard for me to tell. I mean, there's something on the bottom of the D, but it's not decisive. Too close. Just want to look at that 7. Nah. A lot of 55s in here. That's a weird D and a weird 5. Look at the bottom of the 5 on that 52. I have to find another 5. Yeah, that has a 5 on it. See how the bottom of the 5 is curved? I mean, I could hold it until we find another 52. Do it like this. What do you think? Now, for some reason, from this angle, they look similar. I don't know why I thought this one was curved. This one was not. But it's not. Maybe because it's dark. Is it the shadow? All right. If I can't tell, it doesn't matter, I guess. You know, are those strike throughs? I don't know. It's a 1919. Not a key date or anything like that. It's an old penny. With to me, those look like strike throughs because they're very specific angular shapes. I have to look through it in a loop. Too difficult to tell. You get it. $44p. And in the true unsearched coin, the series of videos that I did. If you go to the my playlist, the one that says Wheat Penny Searches. I don't know if it says Hoard or not. I'm gonna look at the D. Those they were in really, really, really. They were all, I mean, in really good shape. And I found errors nonstop. I mean, there was like things that were interesting on the pennies all the time. Like the way I'm going, like how quick I'm going through these. I was stopping all the time in the previous video. all the time, finding interesting things on a regular basis. It's wavy. It's probably bent. I'm gonna assume. So I mean, I'm gonna go through the whole bag. Don't get me wrong. And I'll grab another handful right now. I'll look at that 6. But if you watch the previous videos, yeah, I see the real shiny one in there. I'm gonna grab it. Where's it at? Come here. Let me move this stuff over. Here's another steel. I'll put them on the side. I'll look at them more later. And here's feels heavy. I doubt it. Tell me this isn't cleaned. 312. It's not heavy. What do you think? Cleaned and polished? Come on. You think someone's just gonna throw an uncirculated penny into a lot going out on eBay? I don't know. You decide. I mean, I have to say I don't know. I'm gonna put this one on this. I'm gonna put that to the side. I can make a whole video just on that penny. Okay. Well, the I and B are gone. The A and M and E are weak in America. So is the O. Well, let me look at it. Yeah, everything else is very strong. Even the other letters in Liberty. That's a decent error. I put that one on the side. I found a bunch of wood grain errors, lamination errors. Let me look at that D. 34D. Nah. 33D would have been nice. That would have been a keyed 8. And 34D is a key nothing. It's rusted. $49S is nothing. It has some rim splitting, but it's not even attractive. 52D. 57D. It has a split rim on the right side. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's as good as it's getting now. I'll weigh this one. Now look at that 5. 314. Let's see. So I'm going to do some more. We're at 23 minutes now. That's not too bad. $19.18. 1940D. 1945D. 'll look at the D. Look at the 9. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's hit. I don't think that 9 is doubled or anything. I know it looks like it, but under the loop, it looks like it's more smashed than anything. Let me see if that's a cud. Nope. A lot of 50s. A lot of 50s. A lot of 50s. I've opened, like I said, those the initial wheat searches that I did. Here goes another one of these. Um, I found a ton of 46 of 30s, 40s, 37. $27. Uh, well, is that a wood grain? Panchadera? I have to look. It's not very, if it is, it's not very, a little bit of it going on there. Look at it. I don't know. It's so unclear. Doesn't even matter. I don't know. I don't think I've looked through this many pennies and found like nothing. It would have to be an S over D. And it does look a little weird, I have to say. A little weird. I'd have to see another 46S. I'm sure I would think that the I'll go to eBay right now and just for an example what one looks like. I'm sure it looks like a real D underneath it. I mean, these people are pulling out the microscopes here to look at those S over D pennies. I'll go highest first just to look at the best examples. There are 5 results. S over D. I keep seeing possible S over D. I don't want to see a possible S over D. I don't get it. Oh, so here, this is what the person's saying is an S over D. Let me just show you. All right, so it looks like something else is going on in the S, and he's saying that's the S over D. And this is the one we're looking at. Sorry. This one looks more like an S over D than the ones on eBay. This one, the S is much, much fatter here. Like if it's bulging out, you know? I'll put this to the side. Let me put a little, get sticky out. If not, I'll forget. I'll just put S over D question mark. Oh, too close. And here it goes. I remember I was talking about the Indian head scent, the 1902. Here it is. So now I'm gonna stop the video here. I might continue in a second part today. So we got the, and believe me, if there's a $300 or $400 S over D, it's in this bag by accident, okay? Because all this other stuff is like, let me zoom out a bit. Now, all this other stuff is, I don't want to call it garbage, but you know. We got the steel pennies, the Indian head scent. I'll give you a good look at the Indian head scent. It's a $2 or $3 coin. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. We have this. I don't know. I don't know if this is a Fugazi or what. And then we had a few, minor error pennies. So if I was to give my initial thoughts, and again, we're gonna go through the whole thing there. But my initial thoughts at this point would be that it's searched, and that these pennies are plants. I don't even understand how a Indian head can get in there, and if this isn't uncirculated. See that? Let me zoom in a bit. See, I don't know if these details are fine enough to be considered uncirculated. So that would mean that it's just cleaned and polished, which would make the whole thing just fake. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it is. I don't know enough about coin condition. I've cleaned pennies with paint stripper as an experiment, but honestly, I've never cleaned and polished like to try to make a penny look like what this looks like. I don't know. I mean, the details are incredible. Let me look up what an uncirculated. What year is that? 58. 1958. Unk penny. Let's look at one. Let me go lowest first. Some people want $1,500 for one. Okay. So, yeah, I'll click on one. Yeah, take a good look at this. This super ridiculously shiny penny. And this is the one online. They call it uncirculated. It's pretty close. Let me tell you something, but you decide. Okay, so at least I'm doing this for you to make a good your own decision. I mean, if it's $10 worth of pennies and you're paying $100 for it, that's not a good deal. If it's truly unsearched, then obviously it is a good deal, and it's fun, right? Because you're finding all kinds of errors and stuff like that. And I don't want to find stuff that someone put in to a searched bag of wheat cents, just to kind of you know satiate me, um, and be like, oh, to make you think that it's not searched. So this is where we're at so far. I'm not I'm not convinced that it's searched, and I'm not convinced that it's unsearched. I think we're going to have to go through probably half the bag before I could really make that decision. Okay, so this was another. This will be in the series for wheat. The for wheat cents. So this will be a continuation of that. The This will not be part of the series for coin roll hunting. Obviously, they're two different things. Okay, and I will see you on the next one.